Good morning, everybody. It's a blessing to see you this morning. I hope you are all staying safe, washing your hands, and staying distanced. So stay blessed. So my name is Jay, and this is going to be a 60-minute Vinyasa flow yoga class based on Ashtanga philosophy. So when I say Ashtanga philosophy, it's a philosophy originated in 300 AD, one of the most important building stones of yoga practice today. Now, this is also called the Iyengar style yoga. What does that mean? Is all the poses we execute in this class is based on Iyengar style. Iyengar is the father of modern anatomical yoga. And how do you execute the class? There are three things we are going to use in this class. Number is the poses, which is clear. Then the breathing, and all the focus, external, internal, and cognitive focus. So we call it as a triangular yoga. That's what you're going to do today. And the theme of the class today is how to detox your body through yoga practice. Detoxification of your body, mind, and soul through yoga practice. So we're going to do 5 things. Number 1, we're going to do yoga poses where we recruit the lower abdominal yoga poses. So we're basically doing flexion and rotation yoga poses. Number 1. Number 2, we're going to do certain sequences. This is called therapeutic sequences. What it basically does is recreate, maintain, and strengthen the spinal columns. That will allow the flow of the blood from the top of your head to the bottom of your tailbone and the lymph up and down without any block. That's second one. Third one, we're going to do yoga poses where you recruit major muscles in your body. And the fourth, keep your hip open, keep your spine straight, keep your lift your shoulder up a little bit, and squeeze the shoulder blades. Bring the elbows to the midline of your body. Place the right palm on the navel and left palm over the chest. And look towards the front mirror. That's what I always say when I teach in the LF Fitness. So keep your eyes open. Deep inhale through the nostrils. Open up the chest as much as you can. Exhale with the mouth open. Try to make that hissing or whispering noise. But what you're doing is you're squeezing your glottis, massaging your thyroid. All right. So place the right palm on the navel, left palm over the chest. Deep inhale through the nostrils. Open up the chest as much as you can. Exhale with the mouth open. Push the navel to the spine, lift the diaphragm high, squeeze the abdomen as much as you can. Continue deep inhale. Every inhalation, imagine the air is going from the nostrils to your pharynx, your larynx, filling up the lungs, opening up the abdomen all the way to the kegel floor. And exhale. Try to make that hissing or whispering noise. What I'm trying to do is I'm squeezing my glottis, pressurizing the air through a squeezed glottis. What does it mean is you're massaging your thyroid and parathyroid. Deep in again. So when you inhale, imagine your lungs is like a balloon. Open up the lungs as much as you can and push the lungs against the sternum so you can massage your thymus gland between the sternum and the heart. And exhale. Now, when you push the navel to the spine, the first thing you're doing is you're massaging your internal organs. Then lift your diaphragm high to massage your heart, your liver, and the pancreas. Continue deep in again. Hold your breath. That's very important. Between the inhalation and exhalation, you have to hold your breath to give it time for the oxygen and carbon dioxide to exchange. And exhale. Now, you do not take off your palms. Place the right palm on the navel, left palm on the chest. I am going to take off my palm to show the movement of the lungs. Deep inhale. 2, 3, 4. You're filling up the lungs as much as you can. You're holding your breath. Exhale. Push the navel to the spine, lift the diaphragm high, squeeze the chest, pressurize the all out. Now close your lips. Deep inhale through the nostrils. 2, 3, 4. Hold 2, 3, 4. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You are expelling even the last molecule of carbon dioxide. You're preparing the lungs for the next bout of inhalation. Continue deep inhale. Hold. And exhale. Inhale, hold, and exhale at your own pace. 4 seconds deep inhalation. Hold it for 4 seconds. And exhale in 6 seconds. And hold it for another 2 seconds. Now, this breathing in yoga, keep doing. Do not stop breathing. 4 seconds deep inhalation, hold it for 4 seconds, and exhale in 6 seconds. Now, if you want to, close your eyes. Every inhalation, feel the movement of air from the nostrils, your pharynx, your larynx, your trachea, filling of the lungs, pushing the diaphragm down, opening the abdomen as much as you can. Every exhalation, push the neck to the spine, lift the diaphragm high, squeeze the chest, and pressurize the air out. Every inhalation, feel all the movements in your body, the movement of your sternum, the movement of your thoracic area, the movement of your diaphragm, your movement of your rectus abdominis, the movement of your obliques. Every inhalation, feel the movement of your lungs and pushing the lungs and the sternum to massage your thymus gland. Every exhalation, feel the movement of air to squeeze glottis, massaging your thyroid and parathyroid. Keep your eyes closed. Now, yoga is nothing but our ability to prevent the deviation of the mind. How's that possible? So when you deep inhale and exhale, when you listen to the music of your breath, when you recognize the movement of air from the nostrils all the way to the kigo floor, when you listen to all the movement of your muscles, your sternum, your intercostals, your thoracic area, your diaphragm, your abdominal area, when you feel all the massaging effect, the thyroid, the parathyroid, the thymus gland, your heart, your liver, your pancreas, your internal organs, there is no way your mind can deviate. Yoga is our ability to prevent the deviation of the mind. That's it. Everything what we do in this world all emanated from one single definition. Yoga is our ability to prevent the deviation of the mind. Now the question then is, why you need to have all this focus? Why you need to have all this mindfulness? Because yoga is a journey. Do not stop breathing. Yoga is a journey to clean your mind, your body, and the soul. And clean mind, body, and soul is divinity. So yoga is a journey to the divinity. So it's a long journey. Keep your eyes closed. Do not stop breathing. Inhale, hold, and exhale at your own pace. Now, being a long journey, there are problems. There will be a lot of distractions, your strengths, your weaknesses, your imperfections, your money, your job, your relationships, your health, your heart, your beauty, etc., etc. And all this COVID thing going on. This could be all big distraction for you. Now, what I want you to do is leave them all behind. So next 50 minutes, move from one pose to another with breath control. And the rest will all be added to you slowly with time. That's the promise of yoga. That's the path we are all in. Few more to go deep in here. Hold. And exhale. One last turn, everybody deep in here. Hold. And exhale. Open your eyes. Place the palms on either side of your body, your fingers touching the floor, and look towards the front mirror. With the deep inhale, lift your arms above the sky, press the palms together, focusing onto your thumb. Lift the arms up as much as you can. Lift your shoulder up as much as you can. When you exhale, stretch your arms sideways and twist the trunk. Place the right arm behind you, left palm in front. Push the neck to the spine, lift the diaphragm high. Use the palm of your arm to twist the trunk and look at your right hip as pulling all that out. Continue deep inhale with your arms above the sky. Remember, in yoga, every pause has a focus. Now we are working with your external focus, focusing on your thumb. When you exhale, stretch your arms sideways and just the trunk focus onto the left hip, pulling all that out. Now, using the power of your arm, you're doing two things. You are lifting your chest up, shoulder up. At the same time, you're twisting the trunk, squeeze the internal organs, and look at your left hip, pulling all that out. Continue deep inhale with your arms up, all the way to the sky, press the palms together. When you exhale, press the palms. When you exhale, lean your body forward, press the palms on the floor, walk your arms forward like a spider, pushing the chest onto the floor, sink deeper and deeper onto the floor without lifting your hip up. Every inhalation, straighten the arm a little bit. Every exhalation, flex your body a little bit more forward, chest, shoulder, chin on the floor. With a deep inhale, lift your body up, lift your arms up. When you exhale, right arm down, left arm towards the right foot, turn the head to the sky, open up the chest along the side. This is a very important pause in yoga because you're creating the space along the side. You're giving the space for the lungs to expand to the side. You're improving the aerobic capacity because all the increased air supply can burn a lot of calories. And deep inhale with your arms up. Now, left hand down, right hand towards the left one, turn the head to the sky, open up the chest along the side. Your focus go to the right shoulder. And deep inhale, lift your arms up. Exhale, stretch your arms sideways and twist the trunk, focus onto the right hip, extending all the way up. Now I'm going to introduce what we call internal focus. Imagine a string connecting the anus and the navel. Squeeze that string, lift it up. That is called Kegel floor lock. Now lift your diaphragm up. Since you are rotating your neck and looking at your right hip, you are locking your chin. Three internal locks, internal focus in yoga practice. Kegel floor lock, diaphragm lock, and chin lock. With a deep inhale, lift your arms above the way to the sky. Exhale, stretch your arms sideways and twist the trunk, focus over the left hip, expelling all the way out. Now, why you want to use the locks in the yoga practice? Number one, internal locks amplify the internal energy. And that is the energy we are going to use today to stretch your body, flex your body to get the range of motion. That's number one, internal locks amplify the internal energy. With a deep inhale, lift your arms above the sky. Exhale, arms by the side, push the knee to the spine, lift the diaphragm high, curve your body, look at your navel, just pulling all that out. If you're able, close your eyes. Now, lift your Kegel floor up, lift your diaphragm up, chin is not, you're looking at your navel. So the second thing you're feeling now at this point is because all these locks are engaged, your breathing is going to be harder. What does that mean is your lungs is looking for new opportunities to evolve itself, to modify itself, to modify your breathing practices. So engaging the lungs helps to develop your lungs more. Two purposes. One more time, deep inhale and exhale. Next, inhale, lift your arms above the sky. Exhale, stretch your arms sideways. Look at the right hip, expelling all that out. Keep your eyes closed, everybody. Now, imagine a green light shining on your heart. The green light of love that leads to compassion. Green light of compassion that will service, peace, and joy residing in you. Every inhalation ignites that green light brighter and brighter. In yoga, we call this as heart chakra, Anahata chakra. So we're going to do a lot of yoga poses today to sensitize them. Sensitize the heart chakra. With a deep inhale, lift your arms above the sky. Exhale, twist the trunk. Press the palms on the side of your body and look at your left hip, expelling all that out. Keep your eyes closed again. So anytime when I'm going to introduce a chakra, I will ask you to close your eyes because white light can act as a distraction for this chakra. Now I want to recognize a red light shining on the tip of your tailbone, the Mooladhara chakra. That is the energy center that controls who you are, how resilient you are. We need resilience in this world today. So every inhalation ignite that red light brighter and brighter. And exhale. Next, inhale, lift your arms above the sky. Exhale, arms by the side, push the knee to the spine, lift the diaphragm high, curve your body, look at your navel, keep your eyes closed. Now imagine a yellow light shining on the navel, or just above the navel. That's the yellow light that gives you the ability to differentiate the good, the bad, the ugly in you. So every inhalation ignites that yellow light brighter and brighter. So I introduced three chakras: a green light of compassion shining on your heart, the red light shining on the tip of your tailbone, that means how resilient you are, the yellow light of differentiation. We're going to use them today, all these chakras. Last time, deep inhale and exhale. Next, inhale, lift your arms above the sky. Exhale, arms to the center of your heart and by the side of your body, and stand up at the center of the mat. Now we are going into a modified version of sun salutation A. So bring the feet together, the midline of the feet touching each other. With a deep inhale, lift your arms above the sky, press the palms together, focusing on your thumb. When you exhale, flex your body as much as you can. Press the palms onto the side of your body. Bend your knee if you want to. You're focusing onto your toes, expelling all that out. At this point in the beginning of the yoga practice, if you want to bend your knee, that's okay. So you can relax your hamstrings, your glute, your rectus spinal muscles, so you can flex your body. With a deep inhale, press the palms onto the shin, straighten the spine, and look towards the femur. Half forward stance. Exhale into full forward bend. With a deep inhale, lift your body up, lift your arms up. When you exhale, hold on to the left wrist, flex your body to the right, focus onto the left elbow, making sure left feet is completely grounded. The point here is you want to make sure your body is in plane because I want to expand the chest to the left side. Deep inhale, lift your arms up. Exhale to the other side, focusing on the right elbow. And deep inhale, lift your arms above the sky, press the palms together. When you exhale, stretch your arms sideways and twist the trunk and look towards the back wall and focusing on the right middle finger. Again, your feet is completely grounded. Your chest is completely open. You're stretching the arm to the front and the back. You open up the chest as much as you can. With a deep inhale, lift your arms above the sky, press the palms together. Exhale, stretch your arms sideways and just touch on focus over the left middle finger, expelling all the way out. And deep inhale, lift your arms above the sky. Exhale, flex your body forward as much as you can. Now, bending your left knee, use your left palm to hold on to the right angle. With a deep inhale, right arm up all the way to the sky, looking along the arms to the sky. Stay there, everybody. So this pause involves two things: flexion of your lower abdomen area and rotation of your lower abdomen area. So what does that do? You are massaging your internal organs, flexion and rotation the lower abdomen area. Parivrudha Uttanasana, revolved forward bend. One more time, deep inhale and exhale, right arm down. Now, when your right knee hold over the left ankle and left arm up over the sky, twist the arm all the way to the sky. Hold it there. Your focus onto the left arm. One more time, deep inhale. Slowly walk back into the parallel plank. Your elbows are together. You're engaging your core muscles. You're focusing between your palms on the mat and slowly go down. That means up dog. One more time, deep inhale. Exhale into the down dog. In the first, what I want to do is I want you to walk your dog. You are kicking the heels to the floor alternatively. You're exaggerating the movement of your knee, exaggerating the movement of your shoulder, exaggerating the movement of the hip. That means you're relaxing all the muscles in your body. Now remember, down dog is one of the most fundamental yoga poses. Very simple pose, but we are engaging major muscles in your body. And all these muscles can burn a lot of calories. One more time, deep inhale, hold, exhale, feet on the floor. Your tailbone is to the sky. You're straightening the knee a little bit. Now your head is active between your arms. You are pushing the knees, your shoulders towards your knee. So if you view yourself from the side, you should look like an inverted letter V, downward facing dog. One more to go deep inhale. Hold and exhale. Next inhale, walk forward into the forward bend. Stay there and exhale. With a deep inhale, lift your body up, lift your arms up. Exhale, arms to the center and by the side of your body. Continue, inhale and up. Exhale to the right. Inhale, arms up. Exhale to the left. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, stretch your arms sideways and just the thumb focus on the right middle finger. With the deep inhale, lift your arms above the sky. Exhale, stretch your arms sideways and just the thumb focus on the left middle finger. And deep inhale, lift your arms above the sky. Exhale, bend your body back. Drop the head back, lifting your chin higher. Knees are together. Your feet is completely grounded. One more time, deep inhale. Hold and exhale. Next inhale, lift your arms up over the sky. Stay there and exhale. Next inhale, go for an exhale extension. Lift your heels high, lift your knee high, lift your hip high, lift your shoulders high, lift your arms high as much as you can. One more to go deep inhale. Hold, exhale, feet on the floor. And deep inhale, arms up. Exhale, flex your body as much as you can. Now bending your left knee, holding on to the right angle with a deep inhale and down forward the sky, looking along the arms to the sky. Exhale, right arm down. Now bending your right knee, holding the left ankle and left arm forward to the sky. Exhale, arms behind the calf muscle, chin touching your knee, spinning all that out. Now bring the palms behind the shin, the elbows behind the knee, your chin touching your knee, spinning all that out. Every inhalation, straighten the knee a little bit. Every exhalation, push the knee to the spine, lift the diaphragm high, curve your body, look at your navel, spilling all that out. So when you flex your body as much as you can, when you push the knee to the spine, when you lift the diaphragm high, you're massaging the internal organs. One more to go deep inhale, hold, and exhale into the down dog. With the deep inhale, right leg up and forward into a warrior one. Virabhadrasana one. That means your front feet is towards the front mirror. Your knees stand over the heels. Your thighs are parallel to the floor. Back feet is on the floor. You're looking towards the front mirror, lifting your arms up all the way to the sky. Open up the chest as much as you can. Every inhalation, lift your arms up a little bit. Every exhalation, sink deeper and deeper. Virabhadrasana one of the most important yoga poses. So more than the muscles you are working on this one, Virabhadrasana tells us we are all warriors in this journey. In our life, we are all warriors. That's what this pose tells us. Every yoga pose has a meaning. One more time, deep inhale. When you exhale, left heel side, bend your front knee, press the palms of the floor, slowly walk back into the parallel plank. And deep inhale with the up dog. Exhale with the down dog. With a deep inhale, left leg up and forward into a warrior one. So in warrior one, you have to imagine three things. Number one, you are standing on two rails. Your left feet is on one rail, back feet is on the other rail. Perfect. Your hip is neutral. And you are looking towards the front mirror. You're stacking the knee over the heels. Open up the chest as much as you can. Now, anytime in yoga, if I ask you to lift your arms up, I mean 45 degree, not parallel, not perpendicular, 45 degree. What does that mean? 45 degree is the most optimum action to open up the chest to improve the therapy capacity. One more to go deep in here. Exhale, press the palms of foot, pull the front leg back into the parallel plank. And deep into the up dog. Exhale the down dog. Now, walk forward into the chair. Bring the feet together. Bring the knees together. Lift your arms up over the sky. Uttanasana. So there are four things you have to do in this pose. Number one, your feet has to be completely grounded. If not, you have to move your knee to make sure your feet is completely grounded. Check. Now, your knees are together. When you put the knees together, you are taking the femur head away from the hip joint. So you can sink deeper and deeper. That means you can engage more and more of your hamstrings, your glute, your erectospinal muscle. Chair position, Uttanasana. One more time, deep in here. Exhale, twist the tongue, left hand to the right hand, right hand toward the sky. Another flexion and rotation. You're flexing your hip, rotating your hip at the same time. And deep inhale, come back to the center. Exhale, twist the tongue to the other side. Right hand go to left hand toward the sky. Use the power of your arm to twist the tongue as much as you can. And deep inhale, come back to the center. Exhale, flex your body forward, lock your toes, move the feet wider. Keep your feet at 45 degrees and sit back into Uttanasana. Now, press the palms together. Use the elbows to push the knees away from you. Keep your spine straight and move to the hip to the left and the right. Now keep moving, do not stop. Now this is one of the most important detox poses because this gives an opportunity to engage major. You can move the hip to the front and the back or make a rotation if you want to. Because everything what you need to detox your body is deployed here. What are the things? Engaging all the muscles. We can understand because we are opening up the head. Keep moving, don't stop. We are increasing the blood flow in the lower abdominal area. That will wash all the internal organs. Number three, you're keeping your spine straight. So putting all together, this makes one of the most important detoxifying yoga pose, Uttanasana. I'll come back to this pose a few more times. Before, I want to make sure your hip is relaxed, you're able to move. With a deep inhale, lift your body up, toes, heels, toes, heels. Exhale, arms by the side of your body. One more time, the same sequence. Inhale and up. Focus on your thumb. Walk back into the parallel plank. And deep inhale to the up dog. Exhale into the down dog. With a deep inhale, right leg up and forward into a warrior one. Front feet is on front mirror, back feet is on the floor. Open up the chest, looking at the sky. Exhale, press the palms of foot, pull the front leg back into the parallel plank, engaging your core muscles. And deep inhale the up dog. Exhale to the down dog. With a deep inhale, left leg up and up dog. Exhale to the down dog. Now, bend your knee, get into all four. All four means your palms are below your shoulder, knees below your hip. And deep inhale, your navel to the floor, you're looking at the sky, your tailbone to the sky. Now, at this point, you have four curves in your body. One on the neck, you're exaggerating the curve. One on the shoulder, you're exaggerating that curve too. One in the abdomen, you're working with it. One in the tailbone, you're working against it. So width against, width against. That is called cow. When you exhale, push the neck to the spine, lift the diaphragm high, tuck your toes inside, lift your body up into the down dog. Hold it there, my body. Now, all four, deep inhale into the cow. Tailbone to the sky, navel to the floor, looking at the sky, squeezing the shoulders. Exhale, push the neck to the spine, lift the diaphragm high, lift your body up into the down dog. Now, continue at your own pace. All four, deep inhale into the cow. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Exhale, push the neck to the spine, lift the diaphragm high, tuck your toes inside, lift your body up. 5, 6. Hold. 2. Now, do it your own time. 4, 4, 6, 2. Inhale into the cow. Hold your breath. Exhale with the cat. Lift your body up into the down dog. Now, these three poses in yoga together are called therapeutic trio. Do not stop breathing, keep moving. Where does the therapy come from? Because you are recreating, maintaining, and strengthening the spinal curves. That gives a nice opportunity for the blood to flow from the top to bottom easily. You are massaging the internal organs. You are relaxing your diaphragm. A relaxed diaphragm will give for the internal organs to orient nicely, called diaphragmatic space. That means your lower spine is getting a lot of space to orient nicely. That means you are getting rid of your lower back pain, number one. Number two, you are sensitizing your abdominal area. We call it as gut brain. And the gut brain is talking to the brain through the system in another class later. But understand, sensitizing the vagus nervous system make us more humane than our animal instincts. Last one, deep inhale into the calf. Exhale to the cat, lift your body up into the down dog. And walk forward into the Nasana, forward bend. Stay there and exhale. And deep inhale into your arms up. Exhale, arms by the side of your body. And place your right leg onto the left thigh. Now lift it up as much as you can. Now I give three options for the tree. Option number one, all the way here. Or maybe it is here. Or maybe kickstand. You can do whichever way is comfort for you. I always encourage on the top of the knee because you're pressing the feet onto the thigh, massaging the lymph nodes. And when you lift your knee high, you're increasing the angle of your hip opening. That means your internal organs are being washed more effectively. Lift your arms above the sky. Now, this pose is called tree pose. The Vrikshasana is one of the most important pose to balance the sides of your body. We call it as our body is not very symmetric. We have some bilateral asymmetry. So what you're doing is you're strengthening the left part of the body. Now, when you come to the right side, you're strengthening the right part of the body too. Now, you should also remember, whenever you strengthen the left part of the body, you are strengthening the right part of the brain. Lift your arms above the sky. You're also massaging your lymph nodes, improving your immunity. Now, these are all about the physical nature of this pose. Cleansing your body, getting the strength, and so on. This also means the definition of yoga. I told you, yoga is a journey to the divinity. It is a journey to clean your mind, body, and the soul. When you lift your arms up as a tree, recognize you're trying to reach the divinity. At the same time, you should recognize we're all grounded in humanity. Yoga is a union or a link between humanity and divinity. Stay at the home, stay in our humane nature, and make an effort, be resilient to clean your mind, body, and the soul. That's what yoga is. So true definition of yoga is embodied here. One more time, deep inhale, hold, exhale, arms to the center, feet on the floor, and walk your feet. Left feet on the right there, everybody. Arms at the center of your heart. Lift your arms above the sky. Open up the chest as much as you can. Now, if you want to challenge yourself, imagine the string I told you, a string connecting the ends and the navel, lift it up. Imagine the diaphragm lock, lift it up. So you can amplify the internal energy. So already your internal organs have a lot of blood because you're opening up the head and you're amplifying the energy. That will make a perfect detox pose too. Lift your arms above the sky. One more to go deep in here. Hold. Exhale, arms to the center, feet on the floor, and walk your feet. Deep inhale, lift your arms up. Exhale to the forward bend. And deep into the half forward stance. Exhale to the parallel plank. And deep inhale to the up dog. Exhale to the down dog. With a deep inhale, right leg up and forward into Kazan lunge. Kazan lunge means Chandrasana. Open up the chest as much as you can. So in warrior one, your feet was on the floor. In the Kazan lunge, your feet are all over the ball marks. Your hip is neutral. You can also both with the sky. Open up the chest as much as you can. Now, if you're able, keep your eyes closed. And imagine the green light shining on your heart. The green light of love that leads to compassion. Green light of compassion that leads to service. Green light of service that leads to peace and joy residing in you. Every inhalation, open up the chest as much as you can. One more time, deep inhale, hold, exhale, arms behind the calf muscle into the pyramid. Your both legs are straight, your front knee is straight, your back feet heels are on the floor, back knee is straight. You're pressing the palms behind the capsule, chin touching your knees, pulling on the arm. So this pose is called pyramid. A pyramid is again a true presentation of our evolution, of your strength, your resilience. Remember, both the feet are widely placed. You have a nice balance, and you are going up like a pyramid. On the top of the pyramid, recognize the red line shining at the tip of your tailbone. The red light that makes who you are. One more time, deep inhale, hold, exhale. Next inhale, lift your arms up into the crescent launch. Exhale to the pyramid again. So this two pose is called the second therapeutic duo. Again, you're flexing and rotating your spine, strengthening them, maintaining them, and deep into the crescent launch again. Exhale, press the palms over, pull the front back into parallel plank, and deep inhale to the up dog. Stay there in the up dog, everybody. So in the up dog, your palms on the floor, toes pointed towards the back wall. Your hip is down, but not touching the floor. You are looking at the sky. One more time, deep inhale. If you are able, imagine that yellow light shining on the navel. The yellow light goes to a deep inhale. Exhale into the down dog. With a deep inhale, left leg up and forward into a crescent launch. Lift your arms up. Open up the chest. Exhale to the pyramid. So in the message I wrote in the Facebook, I told, so one of the key things in detoxify body is to increase the blood flow, increase the breathing rate. So I am going to go a little faster here. So that is intentional. So if you feel tired, if you feel you cannot keep up the pace of the class, stand up and practice the breathing you did before. So I'm going to go a little faster here. And exhale. And deep inhale the crescent launch. Open up the chest. Exhale to the pyramid. Continue. Deep inhale the crescent launch again. Exhale to the parallel plank. And deep inhale to the up dog. Exhale to the down dog. Right up and forward into the crescent launch. Lift your arms up all the way to the sky. Exhale into the pyramid. And deep into the crescent launch again. Exhale into the pyramid. And deep into the crescent launch. Exhale, press the palms forward, the front back to the parallel plank. And deep into the up dog. Exhale the down dog. And deep inhale, left leg up and forward into the crescent launch. Lift your arms up. Exhale into the pyramid. And deep into the crescent launch again. Exhale into the pyramid. And last one, deep inhale the crescent launch. Exhale, press the palms forward, pull the front leg back into the parallel plank. And deep inhale the up dog. Exhale the down dog. And walk forward into the chair. Bring the feet together, knees together, lift your arms above the sky. As I told, your feet are together, knees are together. You're sinking deeper and deeper. Your calf muscle is perpendicular to hamstrings. Your hamstring is perpendicular to spinal muscle. Lift your arms up. So at this point, you have engaged all the major muscles in your body. But the three muscles we have not used, your rectus abdominis, external obliques, and internal obliques. Let's try to use them too. And exhale to the front. Come back to the center. Exhale to the other side. Lifting the diaphragm high. Move to the hip to the left and the right. Move to the hip to the front and the back. Rotating as much as you can. Opening up the chest. So I'm here the second time. I'm going to come here one more time before I'm going to hold the pause. Keep your spine straight. Keep your hip open. So as I told you, when you use your elbow to push the knees away from you, that means you're taking the femur head away from the hip joint. So that means you can sink deeper and deeper. Well, these are the kind of contributions Iyengar did for the yoga practice. Because in the past, we were all doing according to the whims and fancies. Now, Iyengar looked into the anatomy. So he said, okay, this is the way your body is designed. Do the way your body is designed. Because one of the definitions of yoga has to be simple and comfortable. If you're not simple, if it is not comfortable, you're not listening to your body. You're not mindful. So that's why when you listen to your body, when you execute the yoga poses the way it is intended to be, we become more mindful. Yoga cultivates mindfulness. With a deep inhale, lift your body up, toes, heels, exhale, arms by the side of your body. Place the right palm on the right hip, everybody, and left leg up. And walk your toes. So this pose is called Uttida Padangustasana. Uttida means standing, Pada means feet, Usta means hold. Now, straighten the leg forward. So by definition, this is the pose. The rest of the things I'm going to do is the challenge. I always encourage you to take the challenge because finding solution to the challenge is the beginning of intelligence. Yoga cultivates intelligence. Straight with that forward. Open up the hip if you want to. Now open up the arms. One and two and walk your toes. With the deep inhale, straight and left forward. As I said, you don't have to. You can stay here. In yoga, you are the judge. You decide what you want to do. I can be here, I can be here, I can be here, or I can be here. In yoga, one size won't fit all. And we are the judge. One more time. Deep inhale, hold, exhale, come back. Deep inhale again. Exhale, feet on the floor and walk your feet. Deep inhale, lift your arms up. Exhale to the forward bend. Deep in the high forward stance. Exhale the parallel planks. Engage major muscles in your body. So what are the muscles you are engaging now? Pectoralis, the muscles on the chest. Your obliques, rectus abdominis. So engage them. Now most people say, well, I can't execute the up plank easily because you may not be doing it right. So let me show you how to do it right. Bring the elbows together. Engage your core muscles. If your hip is sagging down, lift it up. Engage your glute and the hamstrings. One more to go. Deep inhale, hold, exhale the parallel plank, and deep inhale, up plank again. Last to deep inhale, exhale the parallel plank, and deep inhale, up plank. Exhale the side plank. So maybe in the side plank, if you want to, you can raise your left leg forward and left arm above the sky. Hold it there. If you want to, you can form a tree. If your arms above the sky. If you want to, you can open up the leg all over the sky. As I said, you decide what you want to do. One more to go. Deep inhale, hold, exhale to the up plank. Deep inhale, exhale the side plank to the other side. Right arm above the sky, right foot to move forward. Now if your hip is sagging down, lift it up. One more to go. Deep inhale, hold, and exhale. Last one, elbow deep inhale, exhale into the up plank. Stay there, elbow deep inhale, exhale the parallel plank, and deep into the up dog. Exhale to the down dog, and deep inhale, right up and forward into crescent lunge. Lift your arms up, all the way to the sky. Exhale into the pyramid. Now everybody, place the left palm on the floor, close with your right feet. Right arm forward with the sky, twisting the trunk, looking along the arch to the sky. So this pose is called revolved triangle. In the revolved triangle, your front knee is straight, back knee is straight, left palm is on the floor, right arm above, the to the sky. One more time, deep inhale, exhale, right arm down, with a deep inhale, left arm above the sky. Continue. Deep inhale, hold. So this pose together is called triangle and revolved triangle. It's another therapeutic duo. Remember the first two therapeutic duo? We did the flexion and extension. You can do the rotation also as a part of the therapeutic duo in the lower abdomen area. That's what we're doing now. With the deep inhale, arm above the sky, exhale, left arm down. With the deep inhale, right arm above the sky, exhale, right arm down. And deep inhale, the crescent lunge. Exhale, the parallel plank, spinning all around. And deep inhale, the up dog. Exhale, the down dog. With the deep inhale, left leg up and forward into crescent lunge. Lift your arms above the sky. Exhale into the pyramid. Right palm on the floor. With a deep inhale, left arm above the sky, looking along down to the sky. Now, there are three things you have to watch now. Your both feet is completely grounded. Wonderful. Both legs are straight. Right palm and closer to the left feet. And left arm above the sky, looking along down to the sky. One more time, deep inhale. Exhale, left arm down. With a deep inhale, right arm above the sky. And then exhale. Last and deep inhale. Exhale, arms onto the side of the front feet. And deep inhale, lift your arms up into the crescent lunge. Exhale into the triangle and loop it to a side wall. So what I want you to do is keep your feet at 45-80. Both legs are straight. Lift your arms above the sky. When you exhale, open up the chest, drop the head back, chin high, pushing the heel forward. So this pose is called star. So what are you doing in the star? You are pushing the heel forward, you're pushing the shoulder back. That means you're getting a nice balance. Listen to all the muscles within your body. Your calf muscles, your hamstrings, your glute, muscles in the shoulder. Open your chest as much as you can. Now go to the sky and recognize yoga is uplifting. Every exhalation sink deeper and deeper. Last and deep inhale. Hold and exhale. Lift your body up. Exhale into warrior two. In the warrior two, your front feet is also front mirror. Front knees tap over the heels. Stretch the arms to the front of the back. Open up the chest as much as you can. Now, if you're leaning forward, pull it back. Open up the chest as much as you can. Keep your eyes closed, everybody. Now imagine every inhalation you create this space between the vertebrae. That's why we say yoga is uplifting. Every exhalation sink deeper and deeper. Every inhalation, imagine somebody or something is trying to pull you forward. That may be your weaknesses, but your imperfections. But what did I tell you? You're a warrior. Pull it back. Stand straight and tall, like a warrior. Opening up the chest. Warrior two represent the resilience in us, which is controlled by the red light shining through your tailbone. Every inhalation, ignite the red light brighter and brighter. One more to go deep in here. Exhale, windmill, pull the front leg back into the parallel plank. And deep inhale to the up dog. Exhale into the down dog. With the deep inhale, right leg up and forward into a warrior one. Exhale into warrior two. So as I showed in warrior two, there are a few things you have to make sure. Front feet is completely grounded. When I say completely grounded, the front, the back, the lateral, and medial side, everything is grounded. The knee is stacked over the heels. Now, the thighs are parallel to the floor. Back foot is on the floor. There is a possibility when you stretch your arm forward, you may lean forward. So pull it back. Open up the chest. Use the shoulder blades. Your focus is towards the front mirror, onto the right middle finger. Hold it there. We want to go deep in here. Hold. Exhale, last one, deep inhale, exhale, windmill, pull the front leg back to the parallel plank, and deep inhale to the up dog, exhale to the down dog, the deep inhale, sit at the center of the mat, straight and the left forward. Hold it there, everybody. Bring the feet together, knees together, toes pointed towards you, heels away from you. With a deep inhale, lift your arms above the sky. Exhale, lean your body forward, lock your toes, heels, cat, whatever you can. Now bring the palms behind the calf muscle, flex your body as much as you can. Your chin touching your knee, spinning all the way around. Paschimottanasana, east forward looking bend. So what are the things you're doing here? You are stretching your calf muscles, your hamstrings, your glute, erectospinal muscles, muscles on the shoulder, all the dorsal muscles around your body. You're pushing the native spine, lifting the diaphragm high, curving your body, looking into your navel or chin touching your knee, spinning all the way around. That means you're squeezing your interlocutors. You're massaging them, improving your digestion metabolism. One more time, deep inhale, hold, and exhale. Let's inhale, lift your arms up. Exhale, arms behind your head. With a deep inhale, lift your body like a parallel plank, like up plank, reversal muscle. Now we are engaging all the ventral muscles. So one of the cool things about yoga is yoga helps you to strengthen the agonist and antagonist muscle. The muscles working for you for an action is called agonist. And working against you or opposing the action is called antagonist. Exhale, flip onto the floor. With a deep inhale, lift your arms up. Exhale, arms by the side of your body. Now, bend your right knee, right heel touching the perineum. Left toes pointed towards you, left heels away from you. Relax your hip gently. With a deep inhale, lift your arms up. Exhale, thrust your body forward, lock your toes, heels, arms behind the calf muscle, chin touching your knee, pulling all the way around. Hold it there. So this pose is called Janu Sirshasana. Sirsha means head, Janu means knee. So by definition, you have to bring your body forward, chin touching your knee, spinning all the way around. Wonderful. Now what else you're doing? You're opening up the hip, increasing the blood flow into the head. That's a unique detoxifying opportunity. Now imagine you're kicking the floor, lift it up, lift your diaphragm up, flex your body as much as you can. Now keep your eyes closed. Imagine 3 lights shining on you. The red light shining on the tip of your tailbone. The red light that means who you are, how resilient you are. The yellow light shining on the navel. The yellow light that gives you the ability to differentiate the good, the bad, the ugly. Or maybe an orange light shining on your pubic bone. The orange light that controls your addiction, sensuality, and relationships. Now these 3 lights together make who you are physically. Sensitize them. I'll talk more about this chakras later in another video. Let us go with that one now. All the 3 lights. With a deep inhale, lift your arms above the sky. When you exhale, take your left leg, place it on the right side of your right thigh. With a deep inhale, right arm above the sky. Exhale, twist the trunk, hold on to the right toes. And deep inhale, left arm above the sky. Exhale, place it behind the hip and prop the body up and twist the trunk and look towards the front mirror or towards the side wall. Now, this is called Ardha Matsyaasana, half fish, another detox pose. How? Because you're flexing your lower abdomen area, rotating your lower abdomen at the same time. And there is no pressure on the neck and the shoulder. Everything is here. Every inhalation creates the space. Every exhalation twists the trunk. Look towards the back wall. And deep inhale, your arms above the sky. Exhale to the other side, twist the trunk and look towards the back wall. And deep inhale, your arms above the sky. Straighten the leg forward and arms by the side of your body. Now go to the other side. Bend your left knee, left heel touching the perineum, right toes pointed towards you. So in this pause, your toes can take three positions: external rotation, neutral, or internal rotation. So I would suggest either neutral or slight internal rotation, but not external. Lift your arms above the sky. Exhale, flex your body forward, lock your toes, heels, arms behind the back, calf muscle, chin touching your knee, expelling all that out. Now, in yoga, we say our lower abdomen area has a lot of energy and the power. They also call it as Kundalini energy. And one of the best ways to access that energy is poses like this. So what you're doing is you're amplifying the energy. You're also using the chakras, the energy center. So the breathing, the energy flow, amplified into energy, and the chakras all are deployed here. So the best way to access that energy. Hold it there. And deep inhale, lift your body up. Take your right leg, rest on the left side of your left thigh. Now, if you want to, lift your body up. Squeeze the thighs together. Make the hip neutral and sit straight and tall. With a deep inhale, left arm above the sky. Exhale, hold on to the left toes. And deep inhale, right arm above the sky. Exhale, place it behind your hip. So I have an option to place the palms behind here or here. I prefer closer to the hip so I can prop my body up. I can create the space between the vertebrae. Every inhalation, I can create in the space between the vertebrae. Every exhalation, I'm twisting the trunk, squeezing the abdomen as much as you can. One more to go deep inhale and exhale. Next, inhale with your arms above the sky. Exhale to the other side. And deep inhale with your arms above the sky. Straighten the leg forward. Exhale onto the floor. And deep inhale, arms move back. Exhale, bend both the knees towards the chest, chin touching your knees, put your arms out. Hold it there, everybody. So you are squeezing the knee to the chest as much as you can. That means you're pushing the knee to the spine, lifting the diaphragm high. Every inhalation, open up the chest as much as you can. Every exhalation, put the knee to the chest as much as you can. Now listen to your diaphragm, how it is working. Every inhalation, you're using the power of your lungs to push the diaphragm down. Every exhalation, you're using the power of your arms, the knees, the internal organs to push the diaphragm up. Your diaphragm is working under tremendous pressure. Anytime any muscle or a group of muscle work under pressure, that will relax and strengthen those muscles. So in this case, diaphragm. A relaxed diaphragm gives a lot of space for the lungs to move up and down. So that means you're improving your aerobic capacity. The most important yoga pose to improve the aerobic capacity, Pavana Muktasana, wind expelling yoga pose. Hold it there one more time. When you exhale, feet on the floor, your heels touching your buttocks, arms by the side of your body, lifting your hip up as much as you can. Place the palms under the hip. Lift your hip up. Maybe you can drag your feet a little bit closer. Lift it up as much as you can. Open up the chest as much as you can. So what are the two things you're doing now? You're massaging the internal organs from the lower abdomen area to upper thoracic area. You're using the power of your arm to lift your trunk up using the erector spinae muscle. So every inhalation, lift it up as much as you can. You're also squeezing your throat, pressurizing air through squeezed throat. That means you're massaging your thyroid and parathyroid. You're squeezing your trachea, cleansing the breathing passage. Very powerful pose. It's called Sedu Bandhanasana or the bridge pose. And deep inhale to hip up one more time. Exhale, hip onto the floor, squeeze the knee towards the chest. And deep inhale, roll forward. Exhale, roll back. And deep inhale, roll forward. Exhale, roll back. And deep inhale, roll forward. Exhale, roll back. And deep inhale, come forward. Everybody, insert the thumb inside the feet and hold onto your feet and pull the knee to the hip as much as you can. Open up the hip as much as you can. So this pose is called cobbler's pose, Baddha Konasana, bound triangle. So what are the things you're doing? You're keeping your spine straight. You're using the elbows to push the knees away from you. You're pulling the knee to the floor. Open up the hip as much as you can. So at this point, I am increasing the blood flow. I am working with all the muscles in the lower hip area, muscles, the chakras. The only thing I am going to use now is the red light shining the tip of your tailbone. The red light, that means who you are, how strong you are, how resilient you are. Keep your eyes closed. Now, this pause has been studied very elaborately by certain research group. So what they found is this can help to get rid of urinary tract infection and issues with the ovarian cyst. That's what they found with the cobblers in India. Open up the hip as much as you can. One more to go deep inhale and exhale. Next inhale, straighten the leg forward with your arms both in the sky. Exhale into the boat. So in the boat, we can do 4 different ways. Option number 1, your arms on the floor. Keep your spine straight. Option number 2, your legs straight, arms still on the floor. Option number 3, arms forward. Option number 4, keep your eyes closed if you can. So whatever you do, keep your spine straight. Because you create a lot of internal energy. The energy will seek a path to go up and down. I don't want to block that path. Keep it straight. One more time, deep inhale, exhale, feet on the floor, arms behind your hip. With a deep inhale, lift your hip up into the tabletop. Every inhalation, lift your hip up. Your knees tight over the heels, palms below you, shoulders below your palm. Lift it up. One more time, deep inhale, hold, and exhale. Hip onto the floor, arms on the shin. So the next 2 poses, what I'm going to do is called Viparita Karani and support the shoulder stand. So if you have trouble with the neck and the shoulder, please do not try that. You can just roll back and forth what you're going to do at the beginning. So I'm going to do 3 times, roll back and forth. Then we're going to get into the Viparita Karani. Stay the deep inhale, hold, exhale, roll back, and deep inhale, roll forward. As I said, if you have trouble with the shoulder and the neck, please do not try this pose. Just stay, move forward and back. And exhale. Allow us to deep inhale, roll forward. Exhale, roll back into the Viparita Karani. That means you're pressing the palms under the hip. You're lifting your hip up as much as you can. You're lifting your leg and making the 90-degree angle. There is a 90-degree angle between thighs and the lower body. That's called Viparita Karani. One more time, deep inhale, lift your hip up. One more to a deep inhale and exhale. So your goal at this point is to lift your hip up, to stack your hip over the shoulder. Next inhale, lift your leg up all the way to the sky into the supported shoulder stance, reversing the flow of the lymph, reversing the flow of the blood. So reversing the flow of the blood into the brain create neurogenesis. Reversing the flow of the lymph will improve your immunity. Also, you have a nice way to work with your abdominal organs. They are working against the gravity, pushing the diaphragm down. So feel that inhalation and exhalation because you have a lot of pressure on the diaphragm. That's a good pressure. One more to go deep inhale, hold, exhale towards the back wall, arms on the floor. Slowly drop the hip onto the floor. Slowly drop the leg onto the floor. Deep inhale, arms move back. Exhale, right knee towards your chest, chin touching your knees, pulling all that out. And deep inhale, right arm all the way to the sky. Now, right palm on the left side of the right knee, left arm on the top of your left hip. Turn the head to the left, open up the hip as much as you can. Hold it there. Now, every inhalation you can imagine, straighten the right knee a little bit. And every exhalation, put the left arm on the left hip and the right knee onto the floor. One more to go deep inhale and exhale. Next inhale, right arm above the sky. Exhale, left arm on the right side of the right knee, right arm towards the right wall. Turn the head to the right and twist the tongue as much as you can. Holding the deep inhale, hold, and exhale. Next inhale, right arm above the sky. Exhale, right arm onto the floor. Deep inhale, arms move back. Exhale, bend your left knee towards your chest, chin touching your knees, pulling all the way out. And deep inhale, left arm above the sky. Now, left palm on the right side of the left knee, right arm on the top of your right hip. Turn the head to the right and drop the left knee to the left as much as you can. Now, this pause is a nice hip opener. So in every yoga class when you go, we put a lot of hip openers at the end of the class. The key here is I want to increase the blood flow in the lower abdominal area. Now, I want to also do lift your kegel floor up, lift your diaphragm up. That means you have increased blood flow, you have opened the muscles in your body, you are increasing the digestion and metabolism. What does that mean? You are releasing all the molecules, including a molecule called tryptophan. Tryptophan is the building block for melatonin and serotonin. That will help you to relax. Because the next part of the class is meditation. We need that molecule. So keep your eyes closed. If you're able, imagine the three lights I told you, the red light shining at the tip of your tailbone, the orange light shining on the pubic bone, or the yellow light shining on the navel. So use everything you need for your breathing, your muscles, the blood flow, the chakras, the bandhas, to sensitize your digestion. Make your digestion perfect. That's the best way, one of the best way to relax. One more time, deep inhale and exhale. Let's inhale, lift up over the sky. Exhale, slowly drop the left knee to the right, turn the right to the left. Twist the tongue as much as you can. Stay the center of the mat. We are going into the meditation. So, the few things before we get into the meditation, you can sit on a chair, you can sit on a block, sit in the most comfortable position for you. So, I'm going to sit on this block. So, if you want to know what are the benefits of doing meditation, go to my Facebook page. I have written briefly on what are the things you can do with the meditation. The main important thing is meditation is our ability to shut down your mind, body, and the soul completely, complete still. So what does that mean is, when I see you and anybody in the world, I have only a perception about who you are, what I'm saying. In the meditative stage, when you are a meditator, all the perceptions, you can remove the veil over the perception and see the reality. It's almost like you are standing in front of a lake. If there are a lot of ripples on the waves on the surface, you only see only the vague reflection of all the images. But the wave is still, you can see the true image of what it is. Perceptions changes to reality in the meditative stage. It improves your immunity. And 20 minutes of deep meditation, they say, is equal to 2 days of deep sleep. So those are the things in the meditative stage. So what I want to do is, you can place your palms on the knee, or you can interlace your fingers, press in front of your body, keep your spine straight. Keep your eyes closed. Inhale and exhale through nostrils. So feel the movement of your chest, feel the movement of your sternum, feel the movement of your abdomen, feel the movement of the air, listen to the music of your breath. So I'm asking you to focus on one thing, your breathing. Your breathing represents your body. Now remember, your mind is like a wandering monkey. When your eyes are open, when you're practicing yoga, you're just listening to me. You're moving from one pose to another. But imagine what's going on now. You're thinking about what is going in Italy, what is going in France, Spain, what is happening in New York. So the moment you close your eyes, your mind wanders everywhere. The goal is to bring the mind back to you. So every time when you feel your mind is wandering, try to bring the mind back to you by focusing on your breath. So 50% of the time, your mind is with you. 50% of the time, your mind is away. So there's always the fight between your mind and who you are. Our hope and our job in meditation is bring the mind back to you. Focus on your breathing. So every time when you feel your mind is wandering, bring that mind back to you by focusing on your breath. And you say focus on your breath, feel the movement of your chest, your sternum, your abdomen, the music. But still, you may have trouble to focus. So I'm going to give you another tool to focus on. Imagine a beautiful picture you have ever seen. Maybe the beauty of your son, your daughter, your spouse, your girlfriend, boyfriend. So one of the image I always keep in my mind is the grotto in Notre Dame. the Blessed Virgin Mary. I keep that in my mind. So I have two things in my mind to focus on now: my breathing, which is my body, the image, that's my mind. Now, the 66% of the time, the mind is with you because you have two things to focus on. The 33% of the time, your mind is still wandering. Every time when your mind wanders, bring the mind back to you by focusing on one or either. Now, once you feel comfortable that you or mind is with you, slowly release the focus from the image. Slowly release the image, focus from the body. So when you release the focus from the image, you are shutting down your mind. When you're focusing the focus on your breath, you're shutting your body. So keep doing that. Every time that your mind wanders, bring the mind back to you by focusing on your body, your breath, your mind, the beautiful picture. Still, you may have trouble. So what I want to do now, I give you one more tool. Bring into your mind a small mantra. Mantra could be any meditative sound, repeatable, simple sound. You can say mom, mom. You can say Jesus, Jesus. You can say Om, Om. Easily reproducible sound. Now remember, what of the sound you make? That's the presentation of your soul. So now you have three things to focus on: your breathing, which is your body, the image, which is your mind, the sound, which is your soul. Now you have three things to focus on: body, mind, and the soul. 33%, 33%, 33%. 99% of the time, your mind is with you. Every time when your mind wanders, bring the mind back to you by focusing on your body, focusing on your mind, focusing on your soul. Now, your responsibility as a meditator is when you feel your mind is with you, try to release the focus from one by one, from the body, from the image, from the soul. Anytime when you release it, there is a possibility your mind might wander. Then bring the focus back again. So always this tug of war with your mind and your foci. So try to release one by one. Then maybe you can release two of the focus. Maybe you can release all the three focus. That means you're not doing anything. Your body is at rest, your mind is at rest, your soul is at rest. That means total shutdown. Keep doing that. Every time when you wanders, mind wanders, bring the focus to you. When you feel comfortable with the focus with you, try to release one by one. That is the meditation. So in the beginning, when you started the meditation, you can imagine your life, a stone put into the pail of water. The stone moves up and to the left and the right like a wave, and its amplitude comes down, it goes deeper and deeper. When you're able to release the focus on your mind, your body, and the soul, you are like a stone resting at the bottom of the pail of the water. Or you can imagine yourself like a feather floating in the air. So when you're able to control your mind, when you're able to release the focus from the mind, the body, and the soul, the feather is coming down and settling down, weightless on the floor. Keep doing that. Keep your eyes closed. So we are going to wake up very gently. Bring the focus onto the mantra. Bring the focus onto the image what you have. You're recruiting your mind. Focus on your breath. You're recruiting your body. Exaggerate your breath. Feel the movement of your chest. Feel your abdomen. Feel the movement of your diaphragm. Listen to the music of your breath. And gently wiggle your fingers. Keep your eyes closed. Remember, yoga is a journey. The journey evolved as science evolved for the last 4,000 years. And you're trying to learn to understand the philosophy, the science, the art in it in 50 minutes. It's maybe pretty challenging. Being that journey like a child. One of the most important things you have to cultivate in the yoga practice and in your life is humility. Be like a child. Do not judge yourself. Yoga gives you the safety, security, and the comfort the way you had in your mother's womb. Now, yoga is a journey, I told you. A journey to clean your mind, a clean your body, clean your soul. A clean mind, body, and soul called divinity. Yoga is a journey to that divine power. It's not an easy journey. You may not be able to understand the philosophy I'm talking about. You may not be able to execute the poses the way it is intended to be. And you may not be able to synchronize the breath and the movement as we do today. But our responsibility is to be in that journey with the resilience. Our responsibility is to be in that journey with compassion. Our responsibility is to be in that journey with the differentiation. And yoga and our life is a journey where we have the ability to differentiate the good, the bad, the ugly. Yoga is a journey where we have the ability to stay in that differentiated good path with resilience. Yoga is a journey where we have the ability to stay in that differentiated good path with resilience and compassion. Keep your eyes closed. With a deep inhale, lift your arms above the sky, press the palms together, focusing onto your thumb. Keep your eyes closed. Exhale, arms at the center of your heart, your thumb touching your heart. Deep inhale through nostrils. Exhale with the mouth open. Deep inhale again. Exhale with a deep Om. remember, Om is a combination of 7 frequencies. You start with the low frequency, you start with and go into a high frequency. You start with the Om. Start one more time. Deep in the nostrils. So those frequencies will help you to sensitize the chakras in us. And the deep Om. And gently open your eyes. So I'm going to chant a small Sanskrit mantra. The meaning of the mantra is Logaha, Samastaha, Sudhinabandhu. Let all the people in this world live peacefully. We need peace more than any time in our life. So if you're comfortable, you can join me after I recite the mantra. Logaha, Samastaha, Sudhinabandhu. Logaha, Samastaha, Sukhino Bhavantu. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Gently open your eyes with a smile on your face, everybody. It's a blessing to all this morning. The love, light, dedication, commitment of yoga in me. Both in the love, light, dedication, and commitment of faith in all of you. Let's all say together, Namaste. All right. Hope to see you all sometime later, hopefully next Saturday, the same time.